population of wild coyotes in the national park quadruples every 10 years. The function y is equal to 15 times 4 raised to the x represents a population where x is the number of 10-year periods. How many coyotes are in the national park in 60 years? So when I try to solve these problems, I always, when it's contextual, like annotating important information. So the first piece of important information is the population quadruples every 10 years. And immediately that speaks to me. Quadruples, I know quad means 4, so it's multiplying by 4. That is going to be my growth factor. Another piece of important information is the equation that they gave us. And we know this is going to be in the general form y is equal to a times b to the x. And they tell us that, we should calculate, they want to find a population in 60 years. So finding the population in 60 years is going to be important. So we want coyotes in 60 years. So knowing that this is an exponential equation they gave us, I think for me, I just really like the strategy of using a table to give me a visible picture of like how the population is increasing and just applying the information that I know. So constructing a table of values every 10 years is called a decade. So they start out with 15. I know the 15 is the initial value based on the equation that they gave us. And they told us that it quadrupled, so that is times 4. And 60 years would mean 6 decades. So start out with 15, you're multiplying by 4. Each of those, 15 times 4, that's 60. 60 times 4, 240. All the way up to 6 decades, which would represent 60 years. And this would give us a population. Now, if we were using the equation as seen, just making the connection, 1 decade is equal to 10 years. Therefore, 60 years would be equal to 60 decades. So what we would do if we're using the equation here, we would say y is equal to 15 times 4 raised to the 6th power. And we know we can use expanded form. So y is equal to 15 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. And you can break this multiplication up into different parts, 15 times 4, that is 60, and you could do 60 times 16 times 16 times 4, whatever you want to do to make the multiplication a little bit easier, or know how to use exponents in your calculator. However, I'm looking at my table and I know what the answer is. So y is equal to 61,440. So in 6 decades, or after 60 years, there would be 61,440 coyotes in the park. That's what this means. There you go.